Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Gary Smoot, and today on Smoot Talk we'll be talking about withholding sex. Withholding sex. Is it a red flag or is it a cry for help? Is it a red flag or is it a cry for help? Y'all stay tuned. Now, this is a topic that many guys talk about at the barbershop, many guys talk about at work, many guys talk about on men's trips or at Bible studies, men's Bible studies, all types of places. Withholding sex, a very real topic, and a issue that happens. I'm not gonna say it happens in every relationship, but damn near every relationship I've had long term. I've only had three long term relationships. I was married at one time for 14 years, and I was in an engagement for 2 years. And then the other relationship, that was high school, and we were just hunching. So that doesn't, to me, that don't really count. And but withholding sex. Now let's first of all talk about why would a woman withhold sex? Why would she withhold sex from you? Why would she? Let me give you an example. I used to have this dog. Okay, I had a Chihuahua, and the Chihuahua, he would, when company would come over, he would wild out. He's running around everywhere. He's biting people. He's assaulting people. He's doing whatever he wants to do. He's always running around, always barking at somebody. But especially if we're at home and it's just me at the house, and at the time, when I had when all of my kids lived, when my kids lived with me, and I had a wife, if the dog was out, he wasn't really, too crazy, but when we had company over, he loved to show out, always biting people, running up to the door. I mean, it was just getting out of hand. So what did I have to do? I had to put him on a leash when company came over. And yes, he would then try to jump around and wild out. But when he started, feeling that leash, taking him back, he was restricted. He couldn't do what he wanted to do. So then finally, when company would come over and he would hear the doorbell or somebody would come in, he learned to just chill out. Over time, he learned to just chill out. Why? Because the leash was restricting him and holding him back. Now, women, we all know, and if you don't know, you might want to hurry up and just let this marinate and just accept this truth. Okay, I didn't want to believe it, when I was younger, but I've come to figure it out after many relationships and dealing with many women, that women are smarter than men. They are. They're the more intelligent being. It just is what it is. Okay, I'm not pandering to women. My show is dedicated to men. So, but I've got women that watch the show. They've left some messages or sent me, messages before on other platforms. So women like watching the show. But at the end of the day, I'm not pandering to them. Women are more intelligent than men. It is what it is. Physically, though, are women stronger, or able to, or are they able to overpower men? Not really. They're more weaker in physical frame, but they are definitely highly and definitely more intelligent than men. It just is what it is. They're more smarter. So the thing is that what would be a leash for a woman, or what would be that a leash that a woman could use to control a man, or to get his attention, or to let him know he's out of line? Through sex. Through sex. And I'll figure that out in my own relationships. So I'm not somebody who's just talking from what he read in a psychology or counseling book. I'm giving some real world, a real deal relationship advice that I've encountered in multiple relationships. Now, A woman will use sex to control a man. She's using it to assert her dominance, to let him know he doesn't run everything. And then also women would use it what? To get your attention. To get your attention. Now, at the end of the day, at the times that I've had sex withheld from me, and I've had it withheld, especially in those two longer relationships. So in my marriage, for example, when it was withheld, say, hey, come on, let's go ahead and do something. I mean, I done came home from work. I've been working all day. I'm trying to jump on something. Or I'm coming home from a real stressful day, or maybe I'm just in the mood. I'm trying to tap something. And she would say, no, no, I don't want to. Or, no, no. So automatically in my mind, I'm like, well, what's wrong with you? Why not? What's the problem? Oh, I don't want to. I don't. Uh, if I'm saying, just get off of me. Just get off of me. Like, what are you talking about? What's wrong with you? And she wouldn't say automatically what the problem was. Now, I done went in the room and now I'm looking crazy and I'm trying to figure out, a day go by. Okay. Come home from work. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Still don't want to do nothing. Then finally I'm saying, what's wrong with you? And sometimes she would say, in that particular relationship, sometimes she would say, hey, I felt like, last week, it would be something that happened like days ago. Hey, I don't like how you yelled at me in front of company. Or hey, I don't like, some joke you said, that offended me. Or you should have stood up for me in front of your mother. Something like that. Something where she felt like I didn't hold her down the way I needed to, or I might have offended her, or I might have embarrassed her, or I might not have, or she may have felt ignored. What was withholding sex? It was a cry for help. It was a way to get my attention. And it definitely got my attention. Okay. After about a day, you see, some guys, I'm the type of guy, I have a high sex drive. Okay. So 3 times, 4 times, sometimes a day, 2 times a day, you know. But then when if I'm living with a woman, sometimes, it's like once a day. But I got to get it at least once a day or once every 2 days. I'm not playing with, I got a friend, he told me that his wife withheld sex from him. It was only once every 6 months. I was in shock. I think I would have, if that's me, I would have died. There's no way that's going to happen. But for him, it happened. But for him, well, I'll get to that later. What that was, I'll get to that later. So a woman can withhold sex, why? To get your attention. But also, you have some women. I was in a relationship now where she was withholding sex from me, not because I was doing something wrong, but it was a way for her to show me that was her way of showing me that she could control me. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I would ask her, "What's wrong with you?" Nothing. But I don't have to. She would say, I don't have to give it to you when you want it. I give it to you when I want to give it to you." And enough times that it happened, I finally told her, I said, listen, I'm in no way have I ever tried to overpower you. I ain't never raped no woman. I'm not even into that. I mean, women have tried to rape me. So I don't need to rape you. I don't need to force myself on you. But all of this, and it depends upon the woman. You have some women that feel like they use sex as a way to show the man that they are in control. And that's a red flag. And that is an issue. Okay. If a woman is using sex because you offended her and they're using this passive aggression way to show you that they're heard, and then they finally, after asking or whatever it may be, maybe after a couple of hours or even later on that day or the next day, and they let you know, like, hey, you hurt me, you hurt my feelings, or that's just to get your attention. But if a woman is using sex to show you that she's in control and to try to show dominance over you, that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, one pro of it, of withholding sex, is that um, I found out is that it does deepen the desire. So, okay, if I'm used to getting it, once a day or, once every 2 days or whatever it may be. Like I said, we all got lives. So, you got kids, we got jobs, very demanding. My job might take me out of town or whatever it may be, or her job might take her out of town or whatever it may be. So yeah, I mean, you can't do it all the time. So, I mean, you need to sleep. You got to work. We got bills. But at the end of the day, it does deepen the desire. When a woman shuts it off. Like it does. After about 2 days or 3 days, of withholding. Then when I jump back on it, it's a little bit more wetter. I'm talking about. I'm in that thing a little bit more longer. You feel me? I'm gonna knock it out the park like Sammy Sosa. You feel me? So at the end of the day, yeah, it does deepen the desire after a couple of days of withholding. You feel me? It's like, wow, and it kind of strengthens, the bond, strengthens the relationship. And it'll make a man really be like, oh, okay, I done messed up. I know I messed up. And it's a beautiful, beautiful exchange of, letting your wife know, letting your fiance know, letting your girlfriend know, okay, wow, I messed up. I need to get some things together. You know, I apologize. So yeah, the makeup sex, it is what it is. It does deepen the bond. But a con of it is that if you keep withholding sex long enough from a man, what's going to happen is that man is going to start to either a resent you. That's what I used to do. I'm going to resent you, and then I'm going to let you know that I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm not playing. I'm tired of it. And then for a guy like me, I'll let a woman know quick. Uh, go do about a good week for me. I'm gonna find it somewhere else. That's just. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. That's me. Not every guy is like that, but that's me. So in a relationship, because I've had it where a woman was she continually did it all the time. And I finally told her, I said, I'm gonna give you. I finally told her, I said, I got a 72-hour limit, and if you keep playing with me after 72 hours, I'm gonna get it somewhere else. Because I finally figured out why she was doing it. It was for control and dominance. That's what it was. And but those type of women, that's a red flag. That's why that relationship didn't work. She was always trying to show me that she was dominant, and it wasn't working because I'm a real man, okay, a real one. So all of that trying to show dominance and control and all. I mean, I get it. You feel me? I respect you as a woman. You feel me? But at the end of the day, You don't run the relationship. You feel me? At all. You don't. At her job, yeah, it was very demanding. So then she felt like when she came home and, I would get off of work before her, so I would be at the house, she would then feel like she can kind of boss. No, 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 no. I'm not that type. And I'll do a show about masculine and feminine energy later. But what happens is when a man cowers down and does not stand firm in his masculine energy that was given to him by God, what happens is that you then submit and become the female in the relationship. And when a man becomes the female in the relationship, the woman then loses any type of respect for the man, period. And that thing don't get wet no more. Okay? Because she thinks she's running the relationship. And at the end of the day, she thinks she's the man and you're the woman. And you can see that all the time. You'll see people out in the mall, the woman, she's leading the man. Oh, I can only imagine what their sex life is like. She probably got the strap and everything. But anyways, withholding sex for too long, a lot of women use it for dominance and control. Let me get back to my friend. My friend said, and it was sad, he only had sex with his wife twice a year. I was in literal shock. Okay. And it wasn't because of the job. They both worked in the same city. She came home every night, but it was she was showing dominance and control. You know what ended up happening? She ended up come to find out she was cheating on him. And right now they're going through, a divorce. It's a problem when a woman is withholding sex from a man for too long. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. Please pay attention to that. For me, has sex been withheld from me? I think the longest sex was ever withheld with me was 4 weeks. Was 4 weeks. And then it was finally explained to me why, because I had hurt her feelings. You know, I can be an ass at times, but it was finally explained to me. But over a week, over 7 days, no, I've never had that. I can't even. I don't even. That's not happening for me. But and I wish he would have told me that sooner, but I didn't find out any of that until after divorce. The divorce had been initiated. So I mean, that's what happened. But maybe he was embarrassed. Maybe he didn't know how to talk with me about it. Maybe he felt a certain type of way. I don't know. But it did end in divorce, unfortunately. But he's free now, dating, hey, living his best life. You feel me? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, some men will start to close themselves off, start hanging out with their friends. They'll start going deeper into work, just working all the time, working all the time, working all the time to try to, balance out that sex drive with just work. But you can't. You'll flip. You'll lose it. You'll lose it. Withholding sex from a man is not a good thing. Period. It's not a good thing. Yeah, I mean, women will use it to get your attention, but some of them use it for control and for dominance. And if you're in a situation where a woman is using withholding sex for control and for dominance, that is a red flag, and you need to be vocal about that, man, or just get out of that situation. Because how does it make you feel? It makes you feel worthless. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to do a show next about when a man withholds sex. I'm doing that next. That's coming up soon. But tonight we're talking about women. How does it make a man feel? It makes you feel worthless. Like, damn, okay. It definitely gets my attention, but it does make you feel like, wow, okay, I'm not even okay. It does. It does something. It does something to you as a man. And you start thinking, damn, is she cheating? Am I not, handsome enough or sexy enough? And all kinds of stuff start going through your mind, especially if you're dealing with a woman who's not vocal, who's not too vocal, about why she did it. You gotta drag it out of her. You start playing mind, your mind start playing tricks on you. So it can mess up a man, if you do it long enough. But usually women do it for a cry for help. Hey, look at me. You understand what I'm saying? I can't beat your ass. So hey, look at me. I need hey, they're waving the white flag saying, hey, come over here, listen to me, listen to what I got going on. You know, I'm not just some, pillow that you just hump, every now and then. I actually have, a heart. I actually have a mind. I actually have feelings, and I need to get them out. So usually it's a cry for help. Usually it's a cry for help. But men, if you are in a situation where that woman is withholding sex from you for too long, it's because she wants to show control and dominance, and that's a red flag. And you need to be vocal with her, or you need to get out of that relationship because you are in danger. You're in danger. You're in danger. So, women, any women watching and you're withholding sex, look, we get it, but let that man know why. Okay? Don't do it for too long, but let that man know why. You understand what I'm saying? He's your man, so you should let him know what's going on. And men, when a woman comes to you and lets you know what's going on, listen to that woman. Take your time with that woman. Listen to that woman, man. Okay? Listen to that woman. You feel me? And do better. Listen to her, heed what she's saying, do better. And if you did something wrong, apologize. Sometimes communication is the key. And that thing gets wetter and it tastes even better. Mhm. Damn, leave it alone. Huh? Okay, but I appreciate y'all watching, man. Like I said, I got the part two dealing with men withholding sex. I got that show coming up next. You can follow me on social media at Smooth Talk. I'm on Instagram. Also, I got two books. One called Purpose Before Passion, and then I got another book called Why I Cheated. Two books or whatever I wrote. They're in ebook style. It's on PayHip if you go on the link up top. you'll see it. Say purchase, purchase my books. You'll see it. Great books that I wrote, to try to help people in their relationships. Check them out, man. I appreciate everybody watching. Y'all be safe. And like I said, at the end of the day, withholding sex can be a red flag, and it also can be a cry for help. But men, listen to your woman at the end of the day. Listen to that woman, okay? And she'll let you know what's going on. But if you got a woman that's doing it just to be doing it to show dominance, get out.